Hi, this is Spooky. I made a stage for Build-A-Boat. They didn't use it, but it's still three-dimensional art. Let's take a look. These coins, they move. See? Alright, this painting was done in Photoshop and then incorporated as a decal into Roblox Studio. This candlestick was made in Paint 3D, rendered as a model, and incorporated into Roblox Studio. This is the spawn pad, but I put an embossed decal on it and it looks 3D. It's all shadowy. In the background you can see the pearls hanging from the rafters and the gemstones I made. I made the gemstones in Paint 3D too. Let's take a look. They are beautiful. Here we have a sapphire and an amethyst, and then in the back a green peridot. Alright, let's look at more. I drew the gold bars to have that shape in Paint 3D. And then here is a bowl where gemstones fall, various sizes and colors. They are quite beautiful. They only last 25 seconds so they don't lag the computer. In the background you see the map holder, up top the crown. Those were both made in Paint 3D and then rendered into a model and incorporated into Roblox Studio. And the beautiful coin with the epic mermaid on one side and the chest on the other. So let's take a look at the chest. You can't really see the outside. Oh, and the beautiful sword in the background. Do you see the beautiful sword? That was made in Paint 3D as well. Alright, let's look at the chest. You can't see it from inside the game. So the roof of this chest was also made in Paint 3D, rendered as a model incorporated into Roblox Studio. I'm going to show you how I made the diamond. I made it in Paint 3D, but we're going to start in Crayola Creative Studios. First I have to map out the grid so that I can draw the components. First I will resize the page to be a perfect square. I prefer acrylics. We want black and a sharp point. I'm going to grid this with a smaller point. This is how we can find the quarter points. Then if we add a circle, we're able to detect equal distance from the center, determining the 8 points necessary to make an octagon. Alright, so let's put our circle down. I am using a symmetry tool, a double symmetry. Now we have the 8 points that make up the octagon. I'm going to draw that in blue so I can distinguish it from the black. And I'm going to use a different drawing tool that allows me to place points at the corners where I want the lines to be drawn. And there we have it. An octagon, a perfect octagon. Alright, let's take this into Paint 3D. Drop this on the canvas. We will start with one of the built-in shapes so that we have the point at the bottom of our gemstone. Flip it upside down, move it into place and stretch it into size. And then what we will do is make the top, so I'm going to move this out of the way temporarily. So I'm going to use a doodle tool, a 3D doodle tool, and you can touch the points where you want your drawing to be made three-dimensional. And then you have the three-dimensional shape, so let's put these together. Then we will put these two items together and close the gap. First we need to align them. Make sure they're the same width. So we'll ungroup them and stretch the top to fit the bottom. Alright, so we've got the base cross section of our gemstone. Let's rotate it back up and fix the gap. Yep, looks good. Alright, so let's look at it from the top. And we're going to duplicate it, spin it, and put it in place. You should touch away from it so it knows to keep the first one where it was. I'll pick up those two, duplicate them, and spin them. And continue doing this until we have the full shape. Then we can turn it upright and look at what we've created. It's a little tall in the crown. I will ungroup everything and then select just the top and shrink it down to size. Yeah, that looks better. Then I'll pick the whole thing up and we can see how we have the shape. We'll deal with the color once we get into Roblox Studio. Alright, so when we save it, we have to save it as a model. And Roblox needs a specific type of model. So now we save it. Actually, we will need to delete the background because we want to render this as one mesh. So let's delete that, save it again, and then we can draw it into Roblox Studios. So what we do is we go to meshes, right click and upload assets. We want it as one mesh, and it says that's good. We combine them, and there we have our beautiful shape. Now the best way to make it look like a gemstone is to change its appearance and change it to glass. Pick a prettier color, change the color, and change the transparency. So now we have a ruby. Hope you enjoyed that. See you next time. Bye.